All right, we are live here, and then we're going to go live in a second.
Okay.
You can turn on your IG. I mean, you can look. You'll see the comments come in. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, how do I turn on my IG live from this?
I don't know if you will be able
Don't
to
worry
see
about
it.
it.
Yeah,
No,
don't worry.
no
Hey,
worries.
everyone.
What we're
Welcome,
doing.
everyone, to another edition of Ben's Big Deals. And we're going to have today a very, very special guest. We have Gilbert here. Gilbert Martinez joining us from. Where are you at? Where are you located, by the way, Gilbert? I
Oh
forgot to
yeah.
ask. Seattle
No,
today?
no worries. I'm right outside of Seattle, so I'm in a town called Issaquah right now. Actually, at one of the Thai restaurant, great Thai restaurant here near. So
And, and are they part of the Rewards Network AA Dining Portal?
they're looking to join. So part of the process is I obviously love to come try the restaurants. Great benefit for me. Amazing food here, great local spot. So I'm happy if I can get them on board and expose them to more great, more great restaurants in the area for all of our travelers.
Okay, so while everyone's joining right now, tell me what you're ordering at this fantastic Thai restaurant.
Okay, good. Yeah. So I actually got red curry. They have a combination for lunch. They have red curry. The red curry is awesome. It's a little warm today outside, so but the red curry is still great. And then of course I have to do pad thai, right? And yeah, so that's what I did. The combination of pad thai, red curry, and some rice. Yeah,
Awesome.
awesome. Yeah,
You're going to have food coma when you're done with this interview.
that's right. Hopefully.
All right. So while folks are joining in, I wanted to bring up to so today's actually my American Airlines masterclass day. It's at 5 o'clock later, folks, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. If you follow my story, we are sold out, but I just opened up a few more spots if you folks are interested in joining. But I wanted to kick it off today and start it off a little early about how you can earn American airline miles from dining. I don't think people realize that this program even exists, Gilbert. Let's start off. Now, I want to clarify. We're not talking about taking out your credit card and earning points for your credit card, although you will do that as well. But we're talking about
Yeah, we'll
earning
we'll talk
extra
about
points.
stacking, right? We'll talk about stacking in a
Yes,
moment.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we can. But when people think about dining, they're usually thinking about, well, I'm going to pull out my credit card, right? I'm going to pull out my credit card and I'm going to swipe my card when I pay, which everyone does. And if you're not already earning points on dining or extra points on dining, you should let me know, folks. Put credit card in the chat or something like that. And I'll make sure I get you the right cards. But here's the thing, Gilbert. I don't think people realize that some of these restaurants have an affiliation with an airline. Like instead of earning
Correct.
the punch card, when you walk into like a boba place, you place the punch card, come
Yeah.
back 10 times and we'll give you a free drink. You
Yeah.
know, it's good. Here's the thing: my problem with punch cards sometimes, Gilbert, I lose them.
Well, many problems with punch cards, right? I think the concept behind them is fantastic because it creates that loyalty. They want you coming back and you're like, oh, I have a punches. I'm going to go there instead of going somewhere else. But yeah, I lose them all the time too. Yeah.
I lose them, and then here's the other thing: when we're talking about rewarding, I think the restaurant wants to reward their customers. They want repeat customers. I mean, my father used to own a restaurant, Gilbert. He depended on his regulars. He depended on them. I think in every
It's the
restaurant,
lifeblood.
it is. Without your regulars, you're constantly spending on advertising to bring people in, right?
Right.
You're looking for promos and things like that all the time. But your company, Rewards Network, has a really unique offering that you offer to these restaurants and to the consumer, and it gives them the ability, Rewards Network, to offer points from different airline programs and different hotel programs. Can you explain a little bit about that, Gilbert?
Yeah, I want to talk a little bit more about that loyalty as we lead into
Yeah,
this because
yeah.
it's so important because that's the platform that all this is built on. Loyalty has been significant, especially in the restaurant industry, to help them grow, right? And attract customers, not only their regulars, which obviously have to have good food, good service, but what's an added value for them, right? You talked about your father owning a restaurant. these owners work so hard. I mean, you've seen it in real life. They work so hard to provide the food every day and the atmosphere every day, and they're just really trying to get traction from their guests, and they really want exposure. But of course, they went into restaurants. They're not marketing experts, right? They didn't start a restaurant because they have a marketing background and they're versed in that. So what we've done at Rewards Network is we've plugged into an amazing loyalty ecosystem. In particular, we're talking about American Airlines right now. American Airlines has already built this platform out. They have a great following. And of course, you're doing shows on how to, or I'm sorry, educational lives on how to join them and how to maximize that, because there is so much loyalty built by American Airlines and other airlines. We just want to enhance that for the restaurants. And so what we're saying to the restaurants is, hey, how about we plug you into a loyalty program that already exists? It exists out there. They have a wonderful base of members already, and they're all looking to seek those airline miles so they can use those miles for vacations, whether it's a family traveling or it's corporate. This will give them a way to make sure they're supporting that local restaurant that they love, but also added value because they're earning points. And that often goes into the decision-making process when we're talking about a family getting ready to travel and they want to go eat out. Certainly they want to eat at their favorite place. And if they can earn points on top of that just for dining, that's fantastic.
So let's clarify what this program is. If I walk into a restaurant, that happens to be part of Rewards Network, the way I go about it is I don't go to Rewards Network. I go to aadining.com, right? I go to the AA portal, and then I log in.
Yep. Keep going.
And then I enter my credit card, right? And then what I do from there is they'll know when I walk into the restaurant that when I use that credit card that I'll earn American Airline miles. Is that how it works, Gilbert?
Yeah, that's how it works. It's really simple. And the reason that we want to stay in the background, my company Rewards Network, because I'm really just the engine behind these loyalty programs, right? We're just setting up the platform and we're out there procuring great restaurants so that you, the point seekers and the loyalty members, have somewhere to spend where they're going to earn their points. But yes, this is the way it works. Everything is done through American Airlines. So Rewards Network's just simply making sure that we set up the platform and the bridge between the members and American Airlines and the restaurant. And so very simple. American Airlines, once you join their program, their Dining Miles program, you can Google this. I'm sure we'll put some links up in the chat or on the bio. But when you Google that, you put in American Airlines Dining Rewards, boom, it'll pull up that site. If you're already an American Airlines loyalty member or Miles member, then you're just going to enter your Miles member information and create a login separately for the dining program. Then you can take your card of choice. It doesn't have to be an American Airlines card. Although if it is, you're going to be earning significant amount more points because you're earning your regular spend plus the dining. But if you want to enter American Express, you want to enter another credit card, a debit card, you enter anyone you want. What this allows me to do is then go to the restaurants, put them on the program. Every time you go in and swipe the card that you registered, that's the card you rewarded. It's simple because there's nothing for a member to do. They don't have to hold up a flag and say, hey, I'm a member, right? And the restaurant doesn't have to do anything. All they have to do is make sure that they're using that credit card.
Now, I just want to make sure. So there, I put the link in there, folks. There's no referral program or anything like that, but it allows everyone. I would love to see one, by the way. Let your folks know. I would love to see a referral program. I think that's actually not a bad idea, Gilbert, as we say it. But for everyone that eats out, let's use a use case where this happened. Every time on a Friday or a Thursday night, you're like, oh, what are we going to go eat, honey? Right. And you're like, I don't know. Give me some suggestions. Right. Everyone has that conversation at home. What could they do next? Where do they go? They go to AA Dining, right? And they go and look.
Yeah.
This all the
great. Restaurants. So great point. And that's exactly the scenario I'm looking for. You're sitting at home. You're saying, hey, we'd like to go somewhere to eat. I want that app, that AA Dining app, to be the go-to place where they're looking for restaurants. They simply put in the search criteria like any other search criteria. Hey, what kind of food, dollar amount, miles from where I'm at. And then they're going to get a selection of great restaurants, which is where my team comes in. We're trying to add more and more to feed the need of the members, right? Once you find a restaurant on there, you're going to be able to click. You'll see a great profile. If it's a place you haven't eaten before, there'll be some great information, food pictures, and it'll really tell you about the restaurant, right? And that way you can go there and earn your points. And that platform will allow you to continue to search nationwide. There's over Right now, there's over 20,000 restaurants on that platform nationwide. Everything from quick serve, right? Like you just a real quick family wants to grab a bite to eat really quick, or all the way up to Michelin star restaurants, James Beard Award winners. So there's something for everybody in there.
So it's not just Papa John's, right? It's not just Domino's Pizza.
No. I could throw out some big names. And if you're a foodie, you'll know some of these. We have Gotham in New York, a fantastic Michelin star restaurant. We have Khan in Portland, new and up and coming restaurant, just won the James Beard Award. So we have a variety of restaurants to fill the need, because as you know, within the American airline system, their loyalty program, the corporate travelers, some are corporate travelers, right? Some are people that are just looking for their family vacations. So we want to make sure we have something for everybody.
So for the travelers out there, this is an interesting point too. Let's say you're going to be traveling somewhere. When you go somewhere, you're obviously going to be looking. So instead of just kind of looking at wherever, going, you know what? Hey, I could earn more points. I can apply for my next vacation or help me earn status, because the points you earn here also not only redeemable miles, but it's also loyalty points. So it helps you toward earning status. And think about this. If you're in a new city and you're doing a layover, or you're traveling somewhere into the United States, you can go look for a restaurant and earn points everywhere that you go eat. This is in addition to the credit card. This is credit card points plus. So let's talk about that. So if you're earning a card right now that earns 3x or 4x, when you join the dining program and you're eating at one of the restaurants, you're going to earn another 3 points. So imagine earning 3 from your credit card and 3 AA miles. So now you're earning 6. You're almost essentially doubling the points, Gilbert, isn't it?
Yeah, you can double the points, and then they have great offers for those first-time members, right? Again, you say to yourself, hey, I'm an American Airlines member already. I love their system. Well, you have to take that additional step to join the dining program. That'll give you another entryway to earn those bonus miles because you're a new sign-up. They're doing 1,500 bonus miles for your first 30 days.
Folks, you'll eat if you sign up today, just go eat at one of their restaurants in the first 30 days, and you're going to get another 1,500 bonus points. I mean, that's like the easiest thing. You're going to eat anyway. You're going to eat out. And it doesn't have to be, it could be something simple. It doesn't have to be a fancy restaurant, which I like, because some of the other dining programs out there, they're kind of focused only on the fancy restaurants, but you guys kind of have both, right?
Yeah, and I think we both know this. There's a richness to food everywhere you travel. And I think a lot of these people that are seeking some of the airline miles or whatever your choice is, if you're doing hotel, whatever you're doing, you're traveling because you want to explore. And so some of the great things you're going to be able to do, you're going to be able to go to some of these wonderful local spots that are revered locally, right, and nationally. And it doesn't always have to be a fine dining experience, but you're going to get great food.
So let's talk about this for a second. Since you're mentioning about great food, can we understand then? By the way, earning points. We're going to earn 3 points from the program, but if you eat enough, let's say you're a regular now and you get to like 11 times. I heard you guys have a VIP program, right? Like if you're a regular.
Yeah, correct. So
you get like 5 points right now if you
exactly. So then incrementally what they're going to do is reward your loyalty, right? Because it's going to help everyone involved here from the standpoint of your followers, Ben, and everyone that's seeking those airline miles. We want you to continue to help these restaurants thrive and survive. And the more that you're going there, the more you're going to earn. So yes, it will be a direct correlation. The more you spend, the more you earn. And so it's a perfect system that allows you to say, yeah, let me order that extra drink, or let me get that extra dessert because I know I'm earning miles. And it's also helping these wonderful restaurants out as well, because we're seeing our members spend, and this is a pretty staggering number, but we see our members spend on average 20% more than a non-member. So if you two people walk in the restaurant and they're an AAA member, they're conscious of that. They seeked it out. And so they're going to spend a little more so they get those few extra points to get that next flight.
So Gilbert, let's talk a little bit about the restaurant itself. You know, you're bringing them on. You're the person that brings them on.
I am.
So if it turns out
Me
that
and my
one of,
team.
or you have a team,
Yeah.
if it turns out, Gilbert, that we look and we go, oh, you know what, Gilbert, I eat at certain restaurant all the time, and they're not on the list. Is there
Oh my
anything
gosh.
we could, how do we get them? Could we get them on the list? What can we do?
You know, this is such a great point because as we explore, we want to engage with things that we love. And we don't want to simply go to a place just to earn points, right? I mean, of course, we'll do it, but I would love to join the experience. I want to go there and really love the food. And if it's a regular place and it's not on there, super easy. Of course, then we'll put up some links there, but very easy. When you select the menu in American Airlines, you can select a suggest a restaurant. So you can now suggest restaurants to go on that platform. And also, because I'm here and I love to assist any way I can personally, DM me, send me a message on my Instagram, reach out to me personally, right? And so that would help out a ton as well. But yes, you can go on American Airlines, suggest a restaurant. We will have someone contact them, the restaurant, and say, hey, we've had a lot of traction. We have a lot of members that really want to enjoy your food and they want to come back again and again. That would help us. And that also helps the restaurants so we can start to expose them to a broader audience.
So, folks, those restaurants need to know that Rewards Network and AA Dining want them, because Gilbert, when you go in and you talk to them, to these restaurants about it, can you give us without getting into all the details, is there a cost to them for them to join the program? I mean, obviously they were using maybe they did have a loyalty program before, and maybe are they switching? Are they using yours now as the primary focus of that Rewards Network?
Yeah, so I'll answer it this way, and I'll be very broad so we don't get into a lot of the details, because I think a lot of your members, this may not be their area, but if they're talking to restaurants and they have restaurant owners, it's worth saying the great thing about this is it's what you call a pay for performance model. So what this means is these restaurants don't have to do anything up front. There's no cost to them. There's no setup. There's no training. We're just simply plugging them into the American Airlines ecosystem, right? Something that they already built. We're just plugging them in there. There's only an exchange or a cost to the restaurant once we send a member in. There's a small percentage of each ticket that's retained by American Airlines, so then they can reward you those airline miles, which is typical of even your credit cards. You've talked about this before, Ben, where merchants have to pay a certain percentage to take a credit card. And of course, rewards cards are always cost the restaurants a little bit more, right? So if I come in with American Express and I'm getting great benefits from it, or an AA card, regardless if they're on the dining program or not, that restaurant has to pay a certain percentage every time they swipe the card for convenience. And also that's the way those cards pay us back the rewards, right? So it's a similar system, same exact thing, where their small percentage gets taken to pay you your rewards, and the restaurant has to do nothing else. All they have to do is ride the plane. I was going to say train, but we want to ride the plane.
Yeah. So, I mean, but here's the thing. Most restaurants are going to have something allocated for bringing new customers anyway. You're saying this, instead of doing all these crazy promotions and trying to give them a free drink and a free dessert, you're like, look, give them what these people want. Give them 3 AA miles. Give them 3 other points. By the way, folks, by the way, you guys don't know this yet.
Yeah.
If you don't want AA miles, you can request Southwest miles. You can request Hilton points if you want to stay at a hotel. You can do Marriott points. You could do Southwest, United, Delta, right? I mean, you can and even T-Mobile.
We have
IHG.
Yeah. T-Mobile.
So there's a variety of points. But today we're talking about South American because you guys know I love American. So Alaska too.
It's American Day.
Alaska too. American Alaska too. So, but there's a lot of points that you guys can get. Now, I see in the comments there's people who are asking, oh, can you put in Central New Jersey? Can you put in a Dallas? Did someone put in, I have a restaurant I want to put on there. So folks, I put in the chat, it's GM_rewards, dining rewards, GM_dining rewards. Gilbert, you're going to have some people probably reach out to you.
Fantastic. We love it. And, the whole goal of this is for you. I mean, all those people that are commenting right now or watching, this is for you. This is giving you a great way to earn your points and then also support those amazing restaurants. So please, I will take as many suggestions as possible because I want great restaurants for you to be rewarded at, period. That's what I do.
And by the way, folks, for all the Bilt rewards lovers out there, did you guys just sign a new deal, a new partnership?
We did, yes. I mean, it's been up for a few months now, and I've tried to get the word out, and of course, we'll build on that. But all the wonderful things about Build, I know we're concentrating on American Airlines today, but yes, that is a yes. And of course, I think we can have maybe a whole separate live regarding Built. But yes, Built is also in our system of rewards as well. So anytime you use one of the restaurants in our system, or you go and you dine at one of those restaurants, you can also earn your Built points as well.
So, folks, I just want to clarify: you can't double dip. You can't get American and Built. You got to pick which one you want. So, I'm going to suggest you get American. But as I said, you guys can. But you know what? Here's the thing: sometimes Marriott has like a promo. They're like, "We're going to double your points." Well, if they're going to double,
so should I give a little secret? Should I give a little secret here?
Go for it.
Yeah, so this is a little secret, and this is a gem, and this is why you tune into these lives, even if they're spontaneous, is you can join one program, right? Then you can unenroll and you can join the next one. It's not going to erode your points or take away the points you've already earned. But I've done that myself. I've done Marriott, right? And I've earned my points. And I say, oh, you know what? I would rather earn dining points on American Airlines. I can unregister from that one and boom, goes in.
Yeah, so that's a really good point. So you sign up for American, Alaska, Southwest, whatever, and then if you want to earn on that particular, go sign in, and then they'll move all the points there. And when you want to go to another restaurant, you can another month you can move it around. So you don't have to be stuck with just one, but you do need to pick one, and you can only earn 1 point because your restaurant's not going to give you points all over the place. But you guys decide. Yeah, folks, decide where you want to earn the points. I suggest you guys already know which one I'm suggesting. But I do love that you. Here's the thing. So if you folks sign up for any of those dining programs, guess what? Gilbert's company is the one that's administering all those things. So folks, if you are looking to add, so let's talk about this for Gilbert. What if there's a restaurant owner right now listening to this and saying, hey, I don't have a program like this. I would love to get the millions and millions of members who out there searching for points.
23 million members of all of our ecosystem, of all those names we just mentioned, 23 million members currently and growing.
Wow, 23 million members. So if I'm a restaurant owner and I want to do this, or I want to have Gilbert and his team come out and reach out to me, what would they need to do?
The process is super simple, and we want to make it that way because we really want to get those loyalty members in your restaurant as soon as possible because they're just ready to dine there. So it's really simple. There is no barrier to entry. We will obviously want to do a brief review of the restaurant. So we'll have one of our consultants come out and actually sit in the restaurant, try the food, meet with the owners, because we want to make sure that we're sending you, the AA members, the AA dining members, to a great place, right? So we'll review the restaurant, assuming that it's a place that we say, yeah, this is great, we want to be on there. It's really quick sign up. All we're doing is we're going to say, hey, we need you to create a profile, and we're going to get pictures and put you on the AA dining. So it's a really simple step. All you got to do is reach out to myself, or you can go to our website. It's rewardsnetwork.com. You'll get contacted by a consultant and they'll walk you through the process. It takes maybe 10 or 15 minutes and we can get a platform set up for you.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, I don't want to get your food too cold. I know you're.
Yeah. See, yeah. There it is right there.
It looks great. So, folks, next time you're out dining, you want to make sure to see if that restaurant you're eating at is either on the program, or if not, make sure you search the system first, and maybe you discover a new restaurant you haven't had before. So I want you guys to make sure you guys check that every single time, because you're leaving points on the table that you should be earning, and I know you want them. And I'll tell you, whenever I know that they are earning points, in the back of my mind, I'm always going, if there's a decision between the two, I'm going to go. I just want to let you know, if there's a restaurant owner listening to this right now, I tell you, if there's two good restaurants, and I can go either way, but one of them is on the Rewards Network on the Dining AA program, I'm going to go the one on the Dining program, because why not?
Well, it's too much
more expensive, right? Hey guys, listen. Food is getting more expensive. Food is getting more.
Oh, no yeah, food's getting more. Yeah, but you're completely correct about that. So if you're a restaurant owner, you're listening to this, and everybody that's in the live right now, if you're leaving in the chats there, let them know that our voices are powerful in the sense that you talk about taking control of some of these loyalty points and really earning where you want to earn. Let those restaurant owners know, hey, I would love for you to be on this because I might come in an extra time a month. I might be in here twice a month instead of once, right? Or every time I travel here, I'll come in. So that's huge. Huge.
You know, I think here's the thing. You were right up front when you said that a lot of restaurant owners, they may be great in the kitchen, but when it comes to marketing, that's a different animal. That's a different beast. They think that just cooking great food is enough, but it's not really nowadays. It really isn't.
No,
You
it
got to
really
offer
isn't.
something that people want.
Well, and we want to build value adds, right? I think as a good business owner, anything that we can add in addition to whatever our normal services are or our food, we want to do that because that's really what we like, right? We like having these extra benefits here, and we want to make sure, hey, I want to get my miles so I can fly this year.
Absolutely. I mean,
Yeah.
these are so when people ask all the time, like, how do you earn enough points, Ben, or how do your students earn enough points? It's all these little things. You got to start thinking about, folks. If you start adding up all the times you
Yep.
eat out and multiply by earning 3x or 5x, right? Here's everyone. Can everyone go eat 11 times this year at one of Gilbert's restaurants? If you go 11 times this year, you're going to get 5x. You're going to get more points from his restaurants than you will from your credit card. Let me repeat. You're going to get more points from his restaurants than your credit card.
Great.
And you guys are
points.
dying. You guys are dying over, oh, I got to get this gold card. I got to get this premier card. And you're only earning 3 and 4. Gilbert's giving 5. Gilbert's giving 5 to you.
These little tricks are exactly why you are a great voice in this area. Man, those little tricks like that, just stacking those on top of each other and continuing to build them, that's what really gets you to where you want to be on your points. 100%.
Yeah.
Great little tricks. I love it.
And you're going to get to your, and these are things you're doing every day anyway.
My
And
Thai
if you're
tea.
going, Ben, yeah, right? And you go, great,
Yeah.
Thai tea. Next time you
Yeah.
have Thai tea, go look it up. Like, oh, which one has a Thai restaurant there or bola place? And go there every single time. And then here's the thing. You got no more excuse, everyone. If you said, Ben, but my favorite place is not on there, well, then have you reach out to Gilbert? Have you talked to him? Have you suggested to him? And get them until they get that restaurant. Walk into the restaurant the next time to your favorite place. Says, you know what? You guys are not earning points. You guys are there's 23 million points. Guys, tell your restaurants that you go to and tell them you want to earn points and they can be able to help you. That's all you need to do because the voice of the customer is more important than anyone else's voice.
It really is. And once we start to take control of that, just like you're empowering all of your students to do so with all these points, it's just great for everybody. And believe me, the smiles on the faces of those restaurant owners and servers, that's something as well. I mean, that's equity. You knowing that your father owned a restaurant and ran it, I'm sure he was beaming every time he had repeat customers. Beaming.
He knew everyone. He actually had a spreadsheet on all his regulars.
Oh, I love it.
My dad
Let
was
me
like,
mention this. Lois, that's great that you just said that. And again, I don't want to get too much in the weeds, but this is right. See, his dad was even creating a spreadsheet for all you restaurant owners out there. The technology that we have, and it's really specific to this, and also I'll be quick with it. We give them the data and the analytics because we'll be able to track all the movements and spending and where our members came from those 4 digits, so that they're understanding that it's working. Right? Because we have to track that to be able to reward you your points. So we need to know how much you spent when you were there. And that helps. That's invaluable for a restaurant owner.
Too many restaurants don't know who their customers are, why they came in. Like they need to know why they came in. Did they know because they came because of the points? They heard about it through the dining program. You know what? Here's the thing. My dad knew every single customer came in. He had a conversation. But a lot of times restaurant owners today have employees who out there who are talking to people. And I go into enough restaurants. And when was the last time I hear someone ask me, oh, is this your first time? How'd you hear about us? You should be asking that every single time. You're going to get that data every single time. If I ran your restaurant, listen, restaurant, if I was running your restaurant, you hired me, I would make sure everyone gets asked that question because I want to make sure that everyone that walks in, I want to know where they came from because if it's working, I want to invest more in that. And you're not doing that, restaurant owners. You are not doing that. I can say that Gilbert can't because he's the one that we're talking to restaurant owners. But I can tell you, as someone that's an heir to one of the top, you know what? You need to know that stuff. And if you don't know that stuff, that's why you're losing customers.
Well, and granted, we want you to keep your focus on where it needs to be, right? And on the food and the experience, keep your focus there. But make great partnerships with proven loyalty programs like American that are just going to do all those things for you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Someone just said, Gene just said right now, you can triple dip. So on Build Day, they give you double points on the first of the month. And by the way, first of the month is coming up really, really soon. And folks, you don't need to even have a Build credit card. You can just get the Build reward program. You'll get double points. And if you actually have the Build credit card, you're going to actually get, instead of 3x, you earn 6x. And
Yes.
everyone on the first of the month, you guys should all hit the restaurants that day, because you're going to be able to score not only the 3 to 5 points from Gilbert's side, but you also get the 6 from the Build side. Okay, maybe that one day I'm going to go Build. On the first month, I'm switching over to Build so I can get those Build points. That's awesome. You guys earn like 10x that day, 11x that day, guys.
And here's some additional points. These are additional little tasty things. Because I know we're going to end soon because my food is getting cold. But these are additional little tasty things. We're going to send an email after you dine, and we're going to ask you to review the restaurant. You get additional points. So you're going to get additional points just from reviewing the restaurant and filling out a quick survey. How many were in your party? Did you come for rewards? Fill those out. It helps the restaurant owner, but it's also going to give you another amount of miles, 20 miles, 50 miles, whatever they're offering to do that at the time.
Are they giving you points for filling out the survey?
They are 100%. All of them.
Are you serious?
I did Marriott just the other day, and I got one, and I clicked on there. Did I come in for rewards? I said, yes, how my part. I got an extra 26 points, just something that took me 2 minutes.
Come on, folks. Let's go. Let's do this. Okay. Yeah. Next thing. Someone asked, Nazlavgavan asked, are there any Rewards Network AA dining ones in New York?
Yes, ma'am. There are. So we have 20,000 nationwide. And yes, I have a large footprint in New York. So all you have to do is go on the AA Dining Rewards website, and you'll be able to put in their New York or the zip code. And yes, we have hundreds of them in New York area.
And Paul, I'll let Paul wrap up with the very last question. Do you have an app to search for the restaurants, or do they have to go through the mobile browser?
Okay, so I want to clarify that question. Are you asking, say that again for me, Ben?
Is it like, does AA or does Rewards Network, is there an app to quickly find a restaurant, to go find those restaurants?
Okay, so yes, so now we're getting into that. So for you as a member of AA, they don't have an actual app yet. It's just a URL. But the trick we all use is obviously I attach that to my home screen, and then I just click it and it's right there. So that's what I would use, but they don't have a specific app. Now, some of the partners do. Marriott has a Bonvoy app, right? Other ones have apps, but American Airlines currently does not. It's just the URL.
So if I go into the Marriott, I can, in their app, I can be able to look for restaurants?
The Bonvoy.
Oh, so that's a workaround because it's the same restaurant anyway, right?
Correct. And we also have a partnership. Again, we're getting into the weeds here, but we also have a partnership with OpenTable. So you can go on American Airlines, look up a restaurant, and if you want to make a reservation, you can do that in the American Airlines platform. You just click, boom, I can make a reservation as well through OpenTable.
American Airlines and OpenTable have a connection there somehow?
Yeah, so Rewards Network fostered that relationship, and then we rolled it out to all of our partners. So anytime you go to one of our dining member partners, you have the ability, if they're on OpenTable, to go ahead and book right through there. So you don't have to have all these multiple apps to manage. You can just go to American Airlines, use it for all your dining needs.
Okay, that sounds great. So Paul, if you're looking just to find the restaurant, you can go in the Marriott app, and he's saying that you can be able to find the restaurants via, and Marriott program's called Eat Around Town, by the way. That's their program. It's called Eat Around Town.
It'll be a couple lines down on the Bonvoy. Yeah.
That's excellent. Folks, I want to thank you, Gilbert. I know your food's getting cold, so I don't want to take, but thank you. Thank you for coming out here. Thank you for helping us.
Yes.
Earn more points. Thank you for helping the restaurants get added on. And folks, like you said, reach out to GM_dining rewards. Gilbert here is in Seattle, but he has his whole team all across the country, whether it be in Dallas or New York. It's only in the U.S., right, Gilbert? I just want to clarify.
Correct. Only in the U.S. currently.
Do you have in Hawaii?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, wow. That's some really okay. Good to know.
Last time I checked, that's still in the U.S.
But you guys have other places too, like Top Golf. You have on there too. I didn't know.
Goodness. So I'm really pushing into the event venues and entertainment venues as well, because we know that our travelers want to earn rewards there too, and so why not put them together as well? Again, if you love a place, i.e. Dave & Buster's or another place like that, we'll continue to build this footprint.
That's great, because if I'm throwing a party at Top Golf, or a corporate is throwing a party there, the bill's pretty big, and then you can get extra points. Is there a cap? By the way, is there a cap? Is there a cap on the points? Like if
No.
they spend $1,000, can they earn still 3x,
Okay,
5x?
so yeah, so this is good. Each individual partner restaurant will
Yeah.
decide what that cap is,
Hmm.
right? Most of them do not elect to put a cap on it, but some restaurants do.
Okay.
Yes.
There's,
You'll be able to tell that. You'll be able to tell that from the profile. When you go on the restaurant profile, you'll be able to see if there's a cap.
okay. Okay. So
Yeah.
anybody who has the most AA dining portal, I want you guys to know I'm going to give you guys a little surprise. If you guys could be the #1 AA dining portal, come wow me a little bit on your AA dining portal shopping. Okay, folks. Gilbert, thank you so much. Maybe Gilbert will send us something for the #1 dining
I
portal.
love that. We'll have to.
Right?
We will talk about that more because I love to give rewards. Obviously, rewards network. So yes, we'll talk about that. What a
Awesome.
pleasure. And please, anybody that has additional questions, however big or small they are, don't hesitate to reach out. Ben is fantastic.
Folks, you can check the app, folks. You can check the app and see if Virgin Islands or Puerto Rico is in there. I'm not sure, but I will record this. I'll send it out to all the mentorship folks. Thanks for joining, folks. We will see you folks later. And by the way, don't forget 5 p.m. today. 5 p.m. today, we're going to be able to have a live. Okay. Talk to you soon.